No tomorrow, whatever they have left, they've got to bring it here because they are down 2 games already in this best of 5, have yet to win 1 versus Superstars. We're about to go into the Battleground. We'll know the Battleground choice. I know what it is. I cheated again. I looked right there.
Yeah, you know, it's like I don't even know you anymore. Really, is what it feels like. Now, the map here, we did cheat. It's going to be Battlefield of Eternity, and we had some thoughts to talk about on that.
Yeah.
They did, dude.
They
oh,
did.
man.
This is
baby.
Historic moment.
Historic moment.
No, are you just coming?
I was trying to make it more dramatic. I was doing my best.
This is a historic moment for No Tomorrow. For the first time ever in HGC, they have given up first pick after they've lost a game. 2-pick Battlefield of Eternity.
I'm excited. I am. You know, BOE is not necessarily home turf for Superstars, so it will be a bit of a challenge. But I just like the fact that No Tomorrow, it obviously shows their thought process on the series is a bit different than those before it. That they are everything out on the line. They're like, nope, we're going to BOE. We're running our strategy. Might only give us 1 win, but in fact is going to be a win and some hope here. Because we talked about the relevance for this series when it comes to the Crucible, more so for No Tomorrow than Superstars, but it would put them all in this 3-man tied zone next to Niventic. Can you imagine if Niventic won that series against Tempo Storm? That means we would have been 1 series away from all 4 of those being together?
The only thing is Freedom would be like, yay, thank you, No Tomorrow. They're watching this. Yeah. They want to be pushed up at least 1 more, but it's looking like more and more Superstars are going to be able to defend their spot. But Battlefield of Eternity, it is a battleground that No Tomorrow feels far more comfortable on than Superstars does. In the past, what have we seen from No Tomorrow on Battlefield of Eternity? Why would they want to pick something or pick this battleground? They did like their Alarak versus Niventic.
Not like this.
In defense. Another time picking Vala Lunara. And then they did lose to B-Step here on Battlefield. Are you not like this in Alarak?
The Alarak, yeah. Vala, the first pick for Superstars. You talked about how dope you thought the contesting of that hero would be in the series, just based on Faye.
Also, for Battlefield of Eternity, if you are looking at it from a one side gets Vala, one side Li Ming, you are a lot better off if you get Vala. Vala's win rate has fallen. She did start part 2 around 60. Now she's down to around 50-ish, but Li Ming is at 0 out of 12 games, so...
I'm no caster or mathematician, but...
It's like you are a caster.
I have, in fact... I've done the math, and you are right. Vala has a greater win rate than Li Ming, so probably a safer choice.
Yes.
I'll be honest, I no matter what the numbers tell me, my heart says I still like the Li Ming more. Not totally true depending on if Zarya's up, because then it breaks the rules, but if I was to just say I'm BOE, if you told me I could only get 1, not looking at everything else, I'd still take the Li Ming.
Makes sense. What about Greymane Muradin?
I definitely would take me some Greymane. Muradin is... one I talked about when he was less picked in North America. I was like, I think this guy should be higher up, and he's slowly getting there. But Greymane is definitely a step above. He's a jack of all trades. Right now, there's no map, no situation where I think Greymane is a bad pick, honestly. He's just flexible and darn good at what he does.
I'm excited that Airho gets Muradin again. It has been... I thought maybe Muradin would be sort of Vala status in this series of teams fighting over, but Srey seems a lot more like he can play whatever is needed, so less focus on Muradin, but maybe even as much Superstars taking Muradin early on in the last game so that they could deny it from No Tomorrow.
Superstars is asking themselves, do they Zarya? Zarya Ariel, Zarya not Ariel. What one do they want? What direction? That, in fact, still could be. No? All right, it's going to be let through. Arthas and Rhaegar? Surprised that's not a Zarya, I'll be honest. I thought it was going to be a Zarya Arthas. Since Malfurion banned out, it would make more sense to go in that direction. But Zarya and Vala together has still seemed a big deal, especially for Superstars. It really fits like Faye and Hosty, you know, doing their own thing together. No Tomorrow.
That Rhaegar is pretty early.
You are right. Do you want to build together a crazy argument as to why that Rhaegar might be picked there?
I'm wondering if they are trying to take out Cleanse for Chromie. Yeah.
Yes. The Chromie. Although the one part about that doesn't add up is Faye would 100% be the Chromie.
Hosty has played Vola a couple of times.
Okay, yeah, so then we could flex Hosty onto the ball. That would work, you know? But if they do that, and the fact that they haven't just instantly banned out the support you would expect there, which at this point would be, what do you even expect there? Probably Kharazim makes the most sense. Probably Kharazim.
For No Tomorrow?
On the side of Superstars, if you're trying to actually choke out the supports with Cleansing. With Malfurion off the table, you go for the Kharazim because he accents the race, but more that Palm can stop the blow up.
Morales has Cleanse.
That's a good call.
And it's Tiger JK.
Didn't think about that. Didn't think about that. So our Cleanse conspiracy theory still is true.
Yep.
So this is where No Tomorrow picks the squishiest backline in the entire world, and we get to see it come to light. What would those backliners be? Li Ming would be okay. Gul'dan doesn't accent the map well enough to be picked here.
No Tomorrow has to see it now. Between the Rhaegar pick and Morales ban.
The Morales ban is that for me is the kicker. Just because, again, there's so many other supports you could have banned, but you chose the one that is not the best to complement the map. You chose the weird one for a reason, right? And the only thing that stands out is Cleansing, or Superstars are going to pick a very defensive comp, and they have not done that in their first 3 picks. There's a Kharazim. Give me the Chromie.
The Chromester.
The Lunar pick was smart, though, if we do get the Chromie.
Leaping Strike?
Not only Leaping Strike, just greater spell shield.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be so disappointed now. Like, I hate when you bring stuff up like this, because now that's all I want. Like, like the fact we haven't locked in Chromie.
Well, I'm sorry that you hate when I do my job.
Yeah. I really want it now. Man, Lunara's got an 81% win rate right now.
Yes.
In North America. She's just dongling on nerds, isn't she? My goodness.
She and Greymane are the 2 highest assassin win rates.
Greymane makes sense to me. Lunara doesn't. Like, Lunara's not bad by any means. It's just more of like, Greymane has an engage, a disengage, some mobility, a single target burst, percentile max damage, and an attack speed bonus. They've got everything. Whereas Lunara just does a lot of damage.
I don't get it.
What do you not get?
Where's the Chromie?
Yeah, that is disappointing. So No Tomorrow for their ban, or for their pick, excuse me. Another warrior makes the most sense, but none of it feels good when it comes to the race. Tyrael stands out the most. Tyrael would be, in my opinion, the best pick they could pick. Synergizes with their comp, stops a lot of what Superstars wants to make happen. Somebody with at least a bit of beef when it comes to the HP.
I feel like they're going to get Dahaka.
I feel like it's going to be a Panic Zeratul. But it might, yeah, you could be right. Could be the Dahaka. Five seconds.
There you go.
Nice! That saved that draft in a lot of ways. I like it. I feel like No Tomorrow's definitely got a shot now. I feel like if there wasn't a Tyrael, things would have gotten really ugly very quickly. But now Superstars here with their comp. I pretty much will vote for any team that has Arthas and a Nubarak on the same side. It's just those two are insane. It just goes down to like, well, do they have no damage whatsoever? No, they've got a Vala, they got the Rhaegar, they got a Li Ming. Their damage is not as consistent as you would normally like for those two, but it's going to be fine because they can play very defensive and they have good poke. Solid race.
Fortune, and by fortune I mean win rates. definitely favors No Tomorrow. Between Greymane, Lunara, Muradin, 3 of the highest win rate heroes in Part 2 for NA HGC. Karazim is Tyrael doing pretty well. Bala 50, Arthas 50. Actually, he was at 40 at the beginning of today. Rhaegar 50-ish, Anub 50, and then Li-Ming 0 out of 12. But that is not everything. Superstars have the momentum, and that might just be all they need for this game. Let's head into game number 3 and find out. We'll see you inside the Battlefield of Eternity. Where'd this Murky come from? Just showed up next to me.
You got a Murky planter in here?
I blame the camera guy.
I blame the camera guy too. You guys seen what that guy does with like weird Brightwing plushies on the desk and stuff?
Our Brightwing was taking a nap. Someone woke her up. This is it for No Tomorrow, our team in the red. They have given up first pick for the first time because they believe they can get the win they desperately need over Superstars here on Battlefield of Eternity.
The most improved team of Part 1 versus the most improved team of Part 2. Superstars was the team of Part 1. No Tomorrow felt like that of Part 2. Right now, it's not looking like that's the case. Being down here in this series. Another front wall turret strategy. Never seen this out of No Tomorrow level 1.
I do like that.
I can't tell if I love it or hate it. I really can't. Like, my first thought is like, nice, dude. Never using a dull moment in a game, always trying to make a play. But the other part of me says, like, it usually gets punished or dealt with well enough that I go, like, is this a lost cause?
They got a tower. They got a turret.
This is a game where it pays off. And this matchup, my goodness, very few 1v1s have I ever looked at and been like, Tyrael's winning this.
Tyrael versus Li-Ming.
I mean, that might not totally be true because Tyrael can win more matchups than he should based on shielding the minions and giving them the extra health. Alone allows him to win most poor matchups.
A couple of different talents here on Battlefield of Eternity. One of the battlegrounds I would say we see the most, a lot of diversity on at least, but Power Hungry is going to be very useful for Li-Ming to try to make sure she continues to have enough mana around the long drawn out battlefield fights.
Have we seen a single Q build Lunara? Like full Q build?
I thought Gale Force played it once, but I could be wrong.
Because we've already got signs of it here. And I don't remember seeing it.
We've at least seen the 16. The bonus damage. We've seen the bonus damage a couple of times.
But it wasn't packed, you know, synergizing with the other talents.
Yeah, this is Blossom Swell, increasing the radius. Oh, the much faster rotation for Superstars. So good. Just a quick 50%.
And it's going to be another quick 50% in a second. It looks like No Tomorrow realized that. Urho with a very big flank. Opens up on Faye. Hosey gets storm bolted in. Casanova goes up with the follow-up, and that is the first kill of the game for No Tomorrow. With the 1-4 split, Greymane doing work onto the Immortal HP. Superstars back against the wall for the first time this series.
Well done by No Tomorrow to get that pick at a crucial time. But now the two warriors may be in trouble. Casanova juking over to his Eldrain's Might. They bought enough time. No Tomorrow claims the first Immortal despite being down in the first half.
That was a very, very much needed Immortal here with its 25% shielding. We'll see what they can get done in the bottom lane. They've already got that half-level experience through just soaking on the minion waves as well. Probably level out a bit after top wave balances itself, but that is a rather significant win. Lead, more so, I guess, than you would expect here on Battlefield of Eternity with only one kill.
FaZe changing up the Li-Ming build so far that we see with Triumvirate.
Poke and build. Max range poke. See if she pairs that with some of the other orb talents. That is something Faye used to do on Cursed Hollow.
Yeah.
When Li-Ming just released, actually, and she had a couple of different variations of builds we would see before it became the Here's Calamity reigning above everything else.
Yeah, the orb talents have changed since then, at least Faye's Vengeance at level 7.
Yeah.
It's more guaranteed cooldown reduction too.
Level 7 is or 6 is here, excuse me, for No Tomorrow. The camp was started, but No Tomorrow did a very effective job pushing Superstars off.
Storm Bolt, Jason and Trees are there to start burning down. Sray's health bar. Tiger JK wants to join in on the action.
There's a lot of damage there. Jason and friends backing out, gonna pick up the camp. This is what No Tomorrow is going to need. Looks like Rhaegar Icona is gonna start on the Shaman camp for Superstars. What does No Tomorrow want to do? Are they gonna back out, get their own pressure with the camp on bottom, or gank top? Looks like they're going for the triple play right now.
Lunara stayed in the bottom lane to keep soaking there along with the camp that they had picked up. Greymane, a very effective jungler, will take out the Shaman in the right-hand side of the battleground. Level 7 here, Splintered Spear.
Oh, Urho found it on his own. That Faye was finishing the cap. I thought for a moment, if he had any friends with it, that could be a free kill. Nobody around, just delayed for only a couple of seconds. No Tomorrow does have 7 talent here, but soon so will Superstars, as both of the Shaman camps are going to be pushing out on the opposite sides. Lunar is going to commit to clearing the bottom Shaman, and Goku and Hosi are going to clear the top, so no split pushing.
Oh no.
That missed Storm Bolt.
Icona chase down, has movement speed now. They're going to turn on a dime to try to take out Sray. Trees comes in, a little bit of poison damage there. Hits a couple of the members of Superstars low enough in health. Continued Death Coil build for Arthas. Watch it. Maybe a Syndragosa.
As a counter argument to that, though this is it is the first indicator we can receive on what type of heroic we see.
We've seen either with this build.
Yeah, this is when Arthas was a questionable pick. He wasn't the same Lich King he is today. This was the standard build to go on BOE, just because these long, sustainy, pokey-oriented fights. So what I'm trying to say is, I guess, though you are right, this is the strongest indicator we've come up with so far. This is the most standard build considering the map.
Makes sense. Oh,
wow, that was
Trees throwing out that big poison damage.
Jason hit a huge flask too. And going full flask build, I've seen a couple that he seemed to hit 3 to 4 man to get that early on this map. It's pretty impressive. Goku moves up.
Just about a level lead for No Tomorrow is the perfect place to be in at this point. These are the defensive positions, which means it can be hard to try to get in for mortal damage. So in this instance, as long as No Tomorrow continues to keep up soak in the lanes.
Superstars has, Hosty. They don't have it anymore. I was going to say a very small window where they have to look to force, but the fact that Hosty goes down for 15 more seconds is enough to allow No Tomorrow to not only get a lot of free damage on this Immortal, but they are going to have themselves 10 advantage. The Immortal with shields, and the 10th, it's the standard.
The sweet spot.
Yeah. It is the perfect storm that leads to the short games of BOE.
Yes.
Superstars has to play this next couple of seconds perfectly.
They could delay. Deny. Either one of those, both preferably, until they got heroics or close enough on their own. Then even if they lost a fort, they could soak up the rest of the experience, have heroic abilities, and then get back in the engagement. But it is so risky for anybody to be out at this moment because heroic abilities are coming online for No Tomorrow.
Yeah, and Superstars realize this. Rhaegar is capturing its own camp. Saray is the only person anywhere near kill potential, and he's still got the ability for a charge out. Arth is soaking on top. We've got ourselves 16K shielding on this Immortal. 10 still out of range for Superstars. No Tomorrow has pretty realistically... Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. I was wrong twice. Back to back here. Pretty realistically, a keep.
Superstars pushing with the camp that they got in the bottom. which was a smart play, knowing they needed to do a max amount of structural damage right now, knowing that they were going to lose the fort regardless. They have Goku here. They cannot lose Goku, though. The rest of the team filing in for this kill. Goku does not have Army of the Dead yet. Airho's body blocking him.
Oh.
Talking Trees was looking for it, but Goku gets behind the gate.
Drops the B-step, too. Got a shout out to Goku there for surviving. Army of the Dead is online, but so is the shielding there of the Immortal. Still at the 25%, so do they commit with the 5-man? Tyrio's rotating his way up. And when that happens, I expect a Sanctification all-in Dream. Here it goes. Casanova's here.
This poison damage is rough for Superstars to deal with, but they have heroic abilities available if they want to try to take a fight past this Immortal. The keep is falling.
Oh my. They sinks.
Step back.
They commit, and they get it. I thought for a moment they were not going to get any of that. So, no tomorrow, things do manage to work out. First keep of the game falling in 9 minutes and 30 seconds. They have a level and a half lead and only 2 kills. All about the rotations in the Immortals here on Battlefield. And it was much needed, considering, again, that they are down 0-2 here in this series. Any loss is going to lose them this entire series and really put a staple on their spot there in the Crucible.
They took a risk coming to this battleground, giving up first pick, something that they have never done before, just to try to make sure that they could win a game and get some momentum back in their favor.
Oh.
What a trap, Iacona!
Baited and outsmarted.
They left just the one, and it looked like such a tasty treat for Superstars, but now without Rhaegar, without Srey, the rest of Superstars must run home to lick their wounds. And they still get the camp. What'd I do?
They just wrecked them so hard. They're like, look at this poor shaman out here on its own. Wouldn't you want to try this, Superstars? And even though Superstars has been trained their entire elementary school and junior high careers to not try and take the solo shaman camp, to in fact say no, stick up for yourself, and they could not resist.
Don't take the free candy. Oh man, that is rough.
Oh my goodness. I've never seen
an awesome bait attempt.
It was.
No Tomorrow.
It's just so rare to see that in Heroes. It was just like, would you like this? And then just, here's my pals patiently waiting here. Love to see it. Either way, the Immortal race is going to be started. Will be won here by No Tomorrow for the first half. No, but not by too much. Double camp pressure up on top. It's going to send some members of Superstars. Superstars, inconvenient spawn for them.
Yeah, they're trying to defend while the rest of the camps are cleared up, and the rest of Superstars can come back to fight. Again, no 13, but they know their options are limited.
That was what they needed, getting that first pick onto Tyrio. No Sanctification. The Cocoon comes out. The Burrow hits onto 3. Ancestral lands there from Iacona.
This strafe is doing a lot of work. No Tomorrow's been pushed back to their base, and Superstars fend off another No Tomorrow Immortal.
There we go. It's going to be the race of Li Ming and Vala. How much damage can they get out while the 2-man defense squad posts up? 5,000 to 4,000 when it comes to it. It's now going to be even. The race is real as they move up, but that is going to be No Tomorrow losing this Immortal, and Superstars keeping all their members alive. It's the turning point here of this game. No way.
Nice. Oh, okay. Well, he burrowed through, but there are a lot of chasing heroes for No Tomorrow. As Jason's shown.
No flask, please.
Oh my goodness, Trees.
Just stunting on him.
What a play!
He just used the sidewall. We just got, yeah, I'll leap out on this one too. See, nerd?
Wow.
But the Superstars Immortal has been sieging.
That is true. Jason's going to make quick work of that, as well as some help with a catapult for now.
Dude, you got to believe in the win rate gods. That's what I'm learning after this game. It's because they have Li Ming. You just can't. It's impossible to win a game with Li Ming. Today I learned HGC.
They're not out of it yet. They've found No Tomorrow separated, but No Tomorrow would love to just be able to wait until 16. Superstars knows that. Superstars wants more kills. They have been able to get some sort of bit back into this game, starting with an immortal. Unfortunately for them, they are not out of the woods yet.
It's really deep forest. Arthur's kind of doing his thing. With 16 here, it's just more of a waiting game than it is anything. 2 whole levels. What can No Tomorrow do with this?
There you have it. Noxious Blossom build Talking Trees is now in effect. So this level 16 talent, if Trees throws out the Noxious Blossom on somebody who already has the poison on them, it's going to do 125% bonus damage.
So I just want to talk about why this is awesome. So Li Ming didn't take Force Armor at level 1. Into a Lunara, that means 1 rotation of spells. If she truly hits it and maximizes the value, hits this Q properly, she's 25% HP, maybe less.
And then you've got a Greymane.
Yeah,
who can go for the throw.
It obliterates Li Ming with this type of build on Lunara. It's just most of the time Force Armor's there, so it's not as effective.
The party invite has been sent.
And Sray has called. He found it with the knock-up.
He gets the burrow out. Wow, I thought for sure he was just dead arena.
But still, No Tomorrow are in a better position for the first half of the race. Superstars turn around where they can. Once again, the double warrior doing what they are able to do to slow down Superstars in the race. It is very even.
All right, so No Tomorrow can't risk this race anymore. They've got to take the fight. Good Howling Blast, Holy Ground split. Nice knockup coming up from Sray. Dwarf toss over. No 16 here still for Superstars. And it's going to be defensive positioning, or offensive, excuse me, positioning for these Immortals.
So No Tomorrow has Greymane. They can just send him back. They're sending Lunara too, but a 3-man defense with Holy Ground. Trying to soak up all the abilities of Faye over the wall. They know that that's where Faye would like to post up and throw out all of those abilities. But they've done enough. They've bought enough time.
They
pushed Superstars all the way back.
Can't. They're going to lose.
Oh, they got thrown away. Jason got thrown away. No, they won.
See, I thought for sure that was going to...
Too close for comfort.
Yeah, that's that Q build Vala with a Seeker Li Ming. It's just, it blows up so fast. And if they had 16, it wouldn't have been close. A Mirror Ball comes online. Even if you don't go Mirror Ball and you go Fireflies, either way, those Seeker procs and the damage is real.
Yeah.
That's what I was worried about for No Tomorrow. I was like, they need to play defensive because they don't actually win the race blow for blow. Good flask. My goodness.
Not much shielding on this Immortal, but No Tomorrow already know that the top pressure will be building as long as they can keep Superstars here in the bottom. But Superstars have 16, finally. They'll be able to take a fight on even terms.
Immortal falling very low, actually almost going down early on. Howling Blast, Goku is going to try and get the flank. Sray goes in, Ancestral lands. Cocoon is going to be used. There is the Sanctification on top of 3. They break out Tiger JK. And for now, the keep still stands. Howling Blast landing onto 2 more. No Tomorrow does not want this fight anymore, but Faye is getting all the skill shots to land.
Tiger JK gives some movement speed as well as the smite for Casanova to get away. Tiger JK still had palm even if things really took a turn for the worse. But Superstars still trying to get any amount of an even fight that they can. They have a while where they can try to do that this time at least.
Nara and friends are going to get the Shaman Camp. No Tomorrow. There's no real reason for this. Typically, we talked about, you know, when you want to time it, you always know it's during the objective itself. But it's into a keepless lane, so it kind of changes the dynamic of what you want out of your Shaman Camp.
Well, especially if they force positioning up to that to defend, and then they can push down and take down the keep.
Oh, yeah. That's what they're going for, to try and bait out the keep. I don't know if you needed the Shaman Camp for that, but you did it.
Oh, Sray. Oh, that Impale!
It's the 3rd trap set by No Tomorrow. Only one's been overly successful. Cocoon's there. Already going to be removed. Sray very, very low in HP. Do they have the heals? No Ancestral up yet for 2 more seconds, and already 2 members of Superstars go down. The palms there from Tiger JK. 3 for nothing. Sanctification dropped, and No Tomorrow now is going to look for core.
No Tomorrow with 3 quick kills after a trap set by them. So many traps set this game. Amazing, amazing plays from No Tomorrow here on Battlefield of Eternity. They will walk away with getting a victory in this series, and it was such an important one, being down 2 games to Superstars.
Map pick for No Tomorrow was the answer to survive at least one more game. I wonder what that means for the rest of this series, though. The fact that they end up, first time ever picking the map, being successful with it, and then now, after losing, they don't have that option anymore. So does that mean all the remaining maps were just not as appealing for them?